say that Sam did not see her shadow, which is an indication that spring is on its way.
The first day of spring is March 19th. Laura Carney, City News.
You are listening to City News 680. Well, they are usually spotted in a garbage dumpster, maybe in a tree, but last night a raccoon somehow made its way into a power station, causing a massive power outage for thousands of residents in downtown Toronto. 680's Kevin Meisner with the story and reaction.
No, it wasn't a sudden raccoon uprising that brought darkness across our land. In reality, just one raccoon knocking out power to thousands of people. Hydro One confirms the critter shorted out a downtown power station, leaving 7,000 properties without electricity around 7:40 last night. Lee lives on the 31st floor of this condo tower near Sherbourne and Wellesley.
I was just sitting in my living room, kind of looking out at the same time, and as the power went out, you kind of see the lights in the building kind of trickle down from the top to the bottom, turning off.
Things didn't end well for the raccoon, and the power outage may have left Marcia's heart cold.
It's just one lost.
Poor little raccoon.
Yeah, no sympathy, because they're all over the place.
Part of Line 1 of the subway had to be shut down before power was restored around 10:15 last night. Near Sherbourne and Wellesley, Kevin Meisner, City News.
Well, we will find out this afternoon how much money Ottawa will be giving to Toronto to help support refugees. 680's Momin Qureshi has that.
Mayor Olivia Chow's budget includes a record-high property tax increase, but what it does not include is that 6% federal impact levy that could have been added on if the federal government does not come through with the funding to support refugees. But earlier this week, we found out from the federal immigration minister that money will be coming down the pipeline, although yesterday the mayor was unsure what those dollars would look like.
There will be more to come in terms of all the details of how much and when and all of that is being worked on, and you will hear some news soon.
But those details may be coming down this afternoon when the mayor and the deputy prime minister make a joint announcement. I'll have all the details once it wraps up. Momin Qureshi, City News.
There are some growing calls now for the federal government to take concrete action as Alberta becomes the latest province to bring in some new restrictions on transgender youth. Here's our Parliament Hill reporter, Cormac McSweeney.
The Trudeau government has criticized Alberta, Saskatchewan, and New Brunswick for what it says are dangerous changes that put trans children at risk. But Faye Johnstone with the Society of Queer Momentum tells me it's time the feds take a real stand.
Minister Boissonneau said that this is a NATO moment. You know, you come for one of us, you come for all of us. But we need to see them follow through on that. They need to meet this moment.
Johnstone wants the federal government to legally intervene and join court challenges, look at constitutional options to overrule some of these changes, and potentially withhold funding under the Canada Health Act. Premiers have said they want to protect parental rights with changes like forcing parent consent for name and pronoun changes or restricting access to hormone therapy. Johnstone believes these policies are purely political, noting trans people are less than 1% of the population, and says these changes will cause harm for a group that already has a suicide rate 4 times the average. Cormac McSweeney, Parliament Hill.
The York Regional Police are investigating after 3 people were found dead inside a home in Richmond Hill near Yonge and Highway 7. Our Carl Hansky has more from the scene.
There's a basketball net set up on the driveway of this house, now taped off and guarded by police here on McKay Drive in Richmond Hill, where officers dispatched to do a wellness check at the address yesterday discovered the bodies of 3 people when they made entry to the home. Neighbors tell me a family of 4 lives on the main floor and a couple with a baby rent out the basement, but no one knows who was found dead.
It's very sad.
But you didn't see anything going on in the house at all?
No, I never heard nothing. It's unbelievable. It's very sad.
I'm so sorry about that. It's so sad.
Police will only say this appears to be an isolated incident and they are not searching for any suspects, which suggests this may be a murder-suicide. In Richmond Hill, Carl Hansky, City News.
And Ontario's top doctor says we are past the peak of flu and RSV activity, and COVID infections are trending downward as well. Dr. Karen Moore telling the Toronto Star that while the province is over the worst of it, respiratory season is still far from over. Moore says that Ontario can expect 4 more weeks of flu activity. He also says COVID levels typically cycle in 3 or 4 month periods, so there could be another wave come March or April.
Coming up in 30 seconds, we will check on the price of gas.
City News Time, 10:39.
It's back! Candy Cash is on now at Gateway Casinos Innisfil, Playtime Casino Wasaga Beach, and Casino Rama Resort. Visit daily with over $635,000 in cash and sweet prizes to be won across Ontario, including the chance to win $100,000 instantly. Rewards life with My Club Rewards. Only at Gateway Casinos. Membership is free. Must be 19 or older. Play smart. Full permission promotion details and conditions for entry at gatewaykasinos.com.
Now the City News gas price update, and Pro predicts the price will drop a cent at midnight to $1.44.9 a liter.
City News time, 10:40.
I'm Ron Butler at butlermortgage.ca, and now is the most important time in the last 20 years to find the best rate at mortgage renewal. Butlermortgage.ca is simply the lowest mortgage rate. Always has been the lowest mortgage rate. Don't take our word for it. The #1 mortgage comparison rate site in Canada says butlermortgage.ca is the rate leader. Rates are their highest in 20 years. Shop for the best deal at butlermortgage.ca. License number 12118.
The Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs knows everyone's eager to ride OFSC trails, but we remind snowmobilers to check our interactive trail guide for the latest trail availability before you go. Respect our clubs and landowners by never riding trails shown in red. And when you are able to ride, always stay on the marked trail. To check current trail status, visit ofsc.on.ca. That's ofsc.on.ca.
City News time, 10:41.
Time for traffic and weather together all the ones. Here's Craig Gear.
This report is brought to you by OLGC Radio. Westbound 401 at Westney. It looks like this crew is gone, or the MTO just said it's not going to be a problem, and they moved the camera. I think that's what they've done. I've lost the crew anyway. It looked like pothole repairs in the 3 left lanes, moving maintenance through Westney. They're no longer there. It didn't really cause a delay. That's how good of a drive it is. Take 3 lanes away, it's usually a nightmare, but it's okay. Westbound 401, slow Brimley to west of Kennedy and the Express. No delays eastbound that are anything to write home about. Maybe a bit slow in the collectors east of Dixie, and then once again approaching the 400 Express collectors, a tiny bit slow. It's the South 404 DVP that's the heaviest route on my screen, south of Finch to south of Lawrence. No delays northbound, and the East Gardner coming into downtown, it's really not bad. So if you need to get out or in, east and west along the Gardner, now's your time. Saturday's Lotto 649 Gold Ball jackpot is $40 million, plus the classic $5 million jackpot. Buy tickets in store or olg.ca. Play responsibly, 18 plus. With the forecast, Jill Taylor.
We are heading into a dry stretch that will take us right through to Thursday of next week. Likely won't see any shower activity or any wet weather until Friday. The guaranteed high today, 3 degrees. Strong wind, though, out of the north, so it'll feel like -3. Wind will settle down tonight, mainly clear. Low near -4 degrees will feel like -9. Plenty of sunshine for the weekend, 3 degrees tomorrow, 5 on Sunday. Sun and cloud for Monday, +2, and sun and cloud for Tuesday, a high about +1. For today, the guaranteed high, 3.
And right now downtown, we are loving the sunshine. It's 1 degree in the core, feeling like -2 now when you factor in some wind. City News time, 10:42.
Now the Market Minute, live from the Business Center. Here's Chris McCusker.
Well, Sarah, shares in Meta on track for the best day in a decade. The company has also seen a $200 billion surge in market cap, and that's now the biggest in stock market history. So shares in Meta Platforms up by about 20% after that company reported earnings. More on that coming up at 56. So the NASDAQ higher by 170 points, the S&P up by 16, the Dow is down 44. On this side of the border, the TSX lower by 37 to 21,082. Bay Street on track for a loss this week of 0.2%. Gold futures doing most of the damage right now. Lower by $23, 2,029. We have oil down $1.08, 72.74. Oil on track for a loss this week of close to 5%. And then our loonie is down by 1/3 cent, 74.34 cents U.S. At the Business Center, Chris McCusker, City News.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
I just helped Tom with a business loan. He needed to soup up his mechanic shop. Not to brag, but I once modified a car to match my ultra speed. It went so fast, it broke the speed of sound. At least no one was inside. I hope no one was inside. I guess I'll just stick to approving business loans.
Own your home, need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved. Just for license 12616.
Have you been on antidepressants for over a year without relief? I'm Dr. Leo Steiner. I want to tell you about a medical breakthrough that may finally provide the relief you've been waiting for. For years, this treatment has been available all over the U.S., but not in Canada. It's called TMS. TMS doesn't use drugs, approved by Health Canada, and has helped thousands of patients rebuild their lives and actually love life again. Call me for a free consultation. Go to tmsofcanada.com. There's hope.
Watch, listen, connect. This is City News 680. Everywhere.
We have sunshine in downtown Toronto. It's 2 degrees. Good morning. I'm Sarah Parrott. Here are the top stories this hour. Premier Doug Ford does not have to release his mandate letters for cabinet ministers. That's the ruling from the Supreme Court of Canada today. Now, the case stems from the Ford government's decision to deny the CBC's request for the letters to be released after the 2018 election. The furry forecasters have spoken, and all three of North America's groundhogs did not see their shadows this morning, meaning we are in for an early spring. We are already seeing some signs of spring lately as milder temperatures stick around and a sunny stretch kicks off today. And coming up after sports.
Sunday night's Grammys could be historic. I'm ABC's Jason Abrams, and with more on that coming up.
Time for sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's Brajesh Dave.
Sarah, the skills competition will be tonight's marquee event as NHL All-Star Weekend continues at Scotiabank Arena. 12 of the league's best, including Austin Matthews and William Nylander, will showcase their stuff in a series of challenges that include the hardest shot, accuracy challenge, one-timers, and more, with $1 million on the line for the winner. It all starts at 7 o'clock on Sportsnet before the All-Star Game tomorrow afternoon. It's something fans have been wanting for almost a decade, and the NHL and its Players Association are reportedly set to provide details this afternoon on an upcoming international best-on-best tournament set for next year. Frank Saravalli of Daily Faceoff reporting it'll feature Canada, the United States, Sweden, and Finland, and be hosted in Montreal and Boston. The Raptors are hoping to begin the slow climb back towards 500 on the season as they deal with the Rockets this evening. It'll be the first time they hook up with Fred VanVleet since his trade last summer, with Toronto eyeing a second straight win on the road swing, and Houston hoping to go 18-9 at home. Emmanuel Quickly, Jakob Hurtel, and RJ Barrett all listed as questionable, though, right now. The tips at 8 o'clock on Sportsnet 1. Elsewhere today, the Heat are in D.C. at 7. The Kings take on Pascal Siakam and the Pacers at 7:30. And then it's the Magic and T-Wolves at 8. And we're getting close to opening round 2 at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am this morning with Belgium's Thomas Dietrich, the overall leader. He shot a 9 under 63 yesterday. Adam Svensson's the top Canuck. He's 7 shots off the pace. He'll tee off in just over an hour. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour, or anytime at sportsnet.ca.
If someone was hiding something from you, you'd want to know. Your home is hiding something, and AGM can find it. AGMRenovations.com. Book a free AGM home inspection. AGM will inspect your home top to bottom and report any critical issues that need immediate attention. If your home is over 10 years old, you need to do this. It's free. Do it. AGMRenovations.com. Get peace of mind. Book your free home inspection today.
The new year brings new health resolutions. As a sleep expert at Sleep Country, I know keeping them is easier said than done, especially when you wake up with aches and pains from your mattress. Come in and get matched with a new mattress to help you start the year off right. Because at Sleep Country, we solve sleep. Right now at the New Year, New You event, get a queen mattress for the hot price of $449. This price ends Tuesday, only at Sleep Country.
This is City News 680. It's 10:48. Foreign Affairs Minister Melanie Joly is in Ukraine for a 2-day visit focusing on returning children abducted by Russia. This is her 4th trip to Ukraine since the beginning of 2022 and comes nearly 2 years after Russia's invasion. Joly is set to meet with her Ukrainian counterpart as well as President Volodymyr Zelensky. It's unclear if Canada will be pledging more money for Ukraine, but Joly is set to launch an initiative with Ukraine that seeks global help in pressuring Russia to return thousands of Ukrainian children it deported from conflict zones in violation of international law. Well, U.S. President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden are meeting with the families of the 3 American troops killed in last week's drone attack in Jordan.
President Biden speaks frequently about his personal experiences with loss and grieving, using his story to try and bring comfort to people going through something similar. He spoke earlier this week by phone to the parents of 24-year-old Kennedy Sanders, one of the 3 U.S. service members killed in the drone attack in Jordan.
I know there's nothing anybody can say or do to ease the pain. I've been there.
Sanders' mother telling the president,
if you've made it through, I know that, we can make it through as well.
Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Coming up in 60 seconds, we will check in with traffic and weather. City News Time, 10:50.
Hi, I'm Cherry Tapp, co-founder of the Herzig Eye Institute. We believe in HI, human intelligence. Yes, of course, Herzig uses proven advanced technology, but I take so much pride in the humanity, skill, and intelligence of our world-class surgeons. There's no substitute for human caring and understanding. Google Herzig Eye Institute. Call us for a consultation. There's no charge. Look after yourself. Promise me.
Looking for a change of scenery?
Come on over.
Let us give you the tour. Grab a paddle and explore. Hit the trail and go. When you're ready, kick back and call it a night. New Brunswick, always inviting. Visit tourismnewbrunswick.ca. City News Time, 10:51. Time for traffic and weather together on the one. Here's Craig Gear.
Pretty smooth drive in. Yeah, traffic spotters mentioning it looks like that pothole crew that was sailing through Westney on the westbound 401 has exited the highway, so that's good. This report brought to you by Bergmanis Prera Personal Injury Lawyers. So westbound 401 slow between Brimley and west of Kennedy in the Express, and then south 404 DVP busy south of Finch to south of Lawrence. Bit of a volume delay on the east 401 Islington to the 400 Express and through Kiel in the Collectors, and then east to Bayview in the Express. It's a stalled vehicle now in the left lane. That's causing a bit of a delay from Bayview. At 11 o'clock, we're waiting for this southbound DVP ramp to Lakeshore to get closed down until 1 o'clock this afternoon, but has not happened yet. I don't see any crews either. It looks like you might have some single-lane construction along East and West 9 through Highway 50. If you've been hurt in an accident, contact the personal injury lawyers at Bergmanis Prera for a free consultation. Time-tested, trial-proven. Visit bplawyers.ca. With the forecast, Jill Taylor.
A sunny stretch that will take us through to Thursday of next week. We likely won't see any wet weather until perhaps some showers next Friday morning. For today, the guaranteed high, 3 degrees. Strong wind, though, out of the north, so it'll feel like -3. Tonight, mainly clear. Wind will settle down, but still a wind chill. Low near -4 degrees will feel like -9. Plenty of sunshine for the weekend. 3 degrees tomorrow, 5 on Sunday. Sun and cloud Monday near 2, and Tuesday sun and cloud about +1. For today, the guaranteed high, 3.
And right now in downtown Toronto, lots of sunshine, 2 degrees. Factor in some wind, feels more like -2. It's 0 and sunny at Pearson. City News Time, 10:53.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Mississauga Hyundai.
Visit Navbadia's 3 Hyundai superstores during the I Love Winter Sale. Unbeatable deals and the warmth of Hyundai await you.
Looking for a Hyundai? I'm your guy.
Visit NavBadiasHyundai.com.
From the executive producers of Band of Brothers and the Pacific.
We came from every corner of the country to bring the war to Hitler's doorstep.
Starring Academy Award nominee Austin Butler, Callum Turner, and Anthony Boyle.
You'll be in charge of 350 air crewmen, boys who have yet to experience combat. Let's rack them up and knock them down. So what do you think the odds are? I'm gonna bet on anything. I'm gonna bet on us.
Masters of the Air, now streaming on Apple TV+. Subscription required for Apple TV+.
No radio?
No problem.
Listen to City News 680 online at citynews.ca.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather.
City News 680, everywhere.
Well, Public Safety Minister Dominic LeBlanc will address the Commission of Inquiry into Foreign Interference today to shed light on how secret information could be handled. The federal lawyers say the public release of certain intelligence about interference threats from China and others would risk exposing vital secrets The commission's next public hearings are likely to take place at the end of next month. City News Time 10:54. History could be made this Sunday at the Grammy Awards. ABC's Jason Nathanson has a preview of music's biggest night.
Taylor Swift could find the Grammys dizzying. The superstar singer up for 6 awards, including Album of the Year. And if she wins that big prize, she'll be the only artist to ever win it 4 times. She's currently in a tie at 3 wins with Frank Sinatra, Stevie Wonder, and Paul Simon. If country singer Jelly Roll wins Best New Artist, the 39-year-old will be the oldest to win in that category, taking the distinction from a 33-year-old Sheryl Crow. And if the most nominated artist, SZA, wins in all 9 categories in which she's nominated, that'll be the most Grammy wins in a single night. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
Coming up in 60 seconds, Chris McCusker has your business report.
City News Time 10:55.
When your furnace starts up and sounds like this, it's time to call Atlas Care. Or if your furnace is on, but your family says, Mom, it's freezing in here. Or,
Is this thing working?
then it's time to call Atlas Care. Trusted in our community by homeowners like you since 1932. Atlas Care Heating and Cooling is ready to help get you and your family warm and cozy again. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Google Atlas Care today and let the pros in the green trucks save you big bucks.
Come on. Move it. Get out of the fast lane. Drive. Come on. Let's go.
One decision can change your life. Speed kills. Slow down. A message from Toronto Police Traffic Services and CAA.
Move it. Let's go.
We have a report of a collision and altercation involving an aggressive driver. All units respond.
City News Time 10:56.
Now the business report. Here's Chris McCusker.
Well, Sarah, shares in Meta on track for the best day in a decade. Right now, the stock is up by 21%. 477.70. Shares year to date now up 35%. And with this bounce today, the company has now seen a $200 billion surge in market cap. And that's officially the biggest in stock market history. Now, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram reporting earnings, including revenue and profit beats. The company also declared its first ever dividend. So this stock providing a lift on Wall Street as well today. A huge jobs report in the U.S. In fact, the biggest monthly gain in a year with the addition of 353,000 jobs. Really, this is a good news, bad news story. On the bad side, it further diminishes the chances of an interest rate cut in the U.S. in March. So the Dow right now is down 54. The S&P is higher by 24. The NASDAQ up by 179. That's a gain of 1.1%. And the NASDAQ is on track for a gain this week of about 0.5%. Now the TSX today is lower by 47 points, 21,071. It's down by about 0.2% since Monday. We have shares in